keyboard itself also has a little OLED screen or LCD. I'm not sure if it's actually OLED. I'm pretty positive it is. First board I've ever seen like this, by the way. It's also a button. Let's see what we got today. So this is the Model OLED. Starting price is $450, I want to say. Let me double check. $450. And then for the chromium plate at bottom, it's $470. So this is a bit more of a spendy keyboard as well. We kind of on a trend the last week. We're kind of hitting that spendy price point. However, I do think this one here, it's a little bit more fun in that spendy category. So I'm gonna start off with what's inside the box. I'm not gonna show you the keyboard yet. We got some standoffs, which I think we have to use, I believe. Okay, I'm gonna show you guys something. All right. No one say anything. Just like, don't be alarmed. There's a reason why, and you will find out as we open up the keyboard. All right. This is the PCB. All right, this is the PCB here. Everyone chill, okay? Yeah, so the PCB actually bends. Well, it doesn't bend per se right now, but if you guys look, the plate is actually curved. That's why I'm kind of like, all right, this could be really interesting. So this follows, I believe, the same ergonomic platform or whatever you want to call it as, was it one of the older boards? I'm not really too familiar with all my old keyboards per se, but it follows that same ergonomic like swoosh, whatever. But Model M, yeah. Should be interesting though, right? And then the keyboard itself also has a little OLED screen or LCD. I'm not sure if it's actually OLED. I'm pretty positive it is. And it doubles. The first board I've ever seen like this, by the way. It's also a button. I thought it was cool. You guys don't have to think it's cool, but I think it's actually really cool. So interesting, very, very interesting. I wonder how that's gonna affect like typing for me anyways, because I don't think I maybe typed on one years and years ago, but we're gonna see. Other than that, the board looks sick. This is the chromium plated one, I believe, which I'm gonna be honest, I'm not a huge fan of the chromium one at the bottom here. I think the all beige one would have been really cool, but we'll take this off right now too. There is some rippling on this, if this was PVDed, which I'm assuming it was. It's not like the most high caliber PVD I've ever seen in my entire life, but it's also not bad. There is just a little bit of rippling, as you guys can probably see by the reflection of my monitor. It will also never be this clean again. That is the other bad side about having these reflective pieces on boards. Oh my God, it's like a mirror, basically. Is the plate continuously bending or is it in steps? It is a consistent bend here. You guys can probably see from this angle. As you guys can kind of see, the plate bends, which is kind of cool. We're gonna see though. We're gonna see how this all plays out. This came with some stabs. I'm not too sure if your units will come with stabs. I didn't see any notes on that. I hope it does. And then I believe this is a bunch of feet. There is some changes which I'll be reading off too. And then we also have, I guess this is like a protective film for the OLED screen, which I don't know if I'll put on today because I don't really care that much. I'm also the type of guy to not bother putting on a case on my phone, so judge me if you want. Do we have a lot of compatibility on the, I guess we do, kinda. Because there is gonna be a WinKeyless and TKL, like standard WinKey one, so there is some compatibility. We got 1, 2, 3, yeah, we got some stuff. Not a lot though, so the PCB is pretty fixed in most cases. All right, let's open this guy here up. Oh, I just got my dirty little fingerprints all over this thing. God, I do not like the fact that you guys can see up my nose right now. Fuck this, we're doing it like this. All right, so other fun things in this, by the way. Other fun things. Oh, you already know we got a solenoid, which is right over here. So that's really cool. We got the daughter board, and then we have the OLED button daughter board, you can call it too. So really fun stuff in the top of this keyboard frame. Really, really fun stuff, which is pretty cool. Let's move this off to the side. I guess I'll just put this here for now. And let's take out our plates. Oh, Phillips screws. Tisk, tisk, tisk. Tisk, tisk. I hope these get changed. I don't think I saw any screw changes on the list, but I would like to see these get changed. Every key should have a solenoid. Well, I mean, technically, the solenoid works for every key. Second time this week, I know, two keyboards with Phillips screws. Did it have a change for Phillips? I don't think it did. Let me double check. The top mounting positions are being rearranged, so that will be changed. But other than that, there's no change in the actual screws themselves. I will ask Barry of Play Keyboards, though, if it will get changed. Perhaps we can push for a change on the Phillips screws, because this is a prototype unit, and they've already made some listed changes, which I think is both fortunate and unfortunate that we don't get to experience some of those changes, but it's fine. What is this solenoid for? Nax? You'll see. I don't want to spoil it for you. Nobody tell Nax yet, okay? Nax has to experience it. All right. Fun, fun, fun. All right, so I guess now I would have to put in those standoffs. Let me double check. Reading instructions, you should never be embarrassed to do, by the way. So 6 red circle positions are enough for combine the PCB and plate to create a curve. Will reduce the unnecessary positions in production. Okay. So it's asking us to put 1, 2, and 3. So these 3 here for where the standoffs would go. All right, let's grab these standoffs and let's put these things in. So many screws? I don't think so. I think the screws is pretty normal for this. I think the only additional screws you'll probably have to do are these standoffs, but it's not really the biggest deal. I mean, we got case screws and we have top mount screws. So not the biggest deal in terms of screws. Well, that's interesting. Wow. It's kind of cool though. I like that's kind of a neat way to utilize flex cuts, giving flex cuts a purpose. Interesting. Very, very interesting. The only time meme cuts are acceptable? Yeah, good use of meme cuts. I'm happy, big pog. And then we're only doing the 6 there, so I'm gonna double check everything here. Unfortunately for right now, I'm gonna state this. It does not look like if you run only Apple computers or anything that can't run an exe file, that you can actually switch the OLED. Oh wait. Okay, as long as you can get into the bootloader, which should be every computer. But if you wanted to convert the files, your GIF or GIF into the proper file to use for this OLED screen, you need to have a system that can run an exe file. So it does seem sort of limited, but not really. All right, I guess let's put some stuff in here. Yeah, I'm interested to see how the switches are gonna stay in here as well. SA set for this? That could be fun, but I don't think we're gonna do SA today. This does make me a little nervous popping in switches to a curved PCB though. Oh, wow. Cool. This is interesting. Very, very interesting. That is wild to see. Cool. My suggestion though to Barry here, obviously I don't know how this sounds yet. I'm making a wild assumption, making a prediction. This might sound a little bit thinner. However, I've seen it used in some of the Owl Labs PCBs where they use this like, I think it was on the link. They use this like, I don't even know what to call it. Some sort of bendy material that can plug up those gaps. That's the Link basically had that roll up PCB bullshit. But I think that would be kind of interesting if you implemented that to people who maybe don't like flex cuts. Another thing that could be implemented is just some sort of like flex cut silicone plug. Might be a bit tricky though. These are really large gaps in this one here to get this to bend, but cool use of flex cuts. Very cool use. I think this works. This makes it like, if the Link 65 implemented something like this, where you could have like a PCB or plate combo that kind of bend it, it would make a lot more sense. But the Link 65 made no sense why it was so bendy. But this is actually really cool. Very interesting use of flex cuts. All right, I guess let's put things back together now. The other thing too that's kind of cool is this OLED thing at the top that you can actually use as a button. I think that's super neat too. We've been thinking about it, but it's very weak and easy to break to our knowledge. Oh, is it? I think the 6th version PCB we've made to test. Oh, really? Interesting. If you guys don't know, Play Keyboards has made some really fun stuff in the past. I think they even made that C64 board that we did a while back. I think it was it injection molded, Barry? I don't remember now. But that was really fun to use too. I don't know what the new placement of screws in the plate's gonna look like. I hope it doesn't have any screws under the space bar though. I might even just not even put some in right now. Love a good button. It's kind of a hidden button. It's kind of cool. I love the contrast of the daughter board compared to the main PCB. Very cool design choice. Yeah, that's also very cool too, yeah. I agree with Rig there. All right, easy installation of the ribbon cable. Usually, sometimes these keyboards can get like a bit of a pain in the ass. The screen protector is still on this guy. I haven't removed it yet, but let's see if it turns on. This is so interesting. I love this. Okay. Barry, how do I turn off the solenoid? Don't know how to do that. If you guys see a refresh line over here, you don't see it in person. It's just the, what's it called? It's literally just the camera refresh versus what's on the screen. So you won't see that in person, by the way. Push the OLED button? Oh, that is so clutch, dude. That is so much fun. I love that, dude. That is so neat. And the solenoid's not like super in your face either. It does look cool with the scan line, but you don't see it in person. Just so you guys are fully aware of that. Oh, this looks so cool. Okay, let me put the bottom of this keyboard on. One sec, guys. One sec. Let's put the bottom of this board back on. Not gonna lie, lovely keyboard. It's cool so far, I have to admit. Again, my only quarrel with this so far, which to me is a big deal, is the Phillips screws on the inside. Again, PVD on the bottom is not the nicest PVD I've ever seen in my life. So in case you guys are wondering about my opinion on that, I've seen much better PVD, but I've also seen much worse PVD. I would like to see the PVD ever so slightly finer. It has a slight bit of rippling on it, which maybe is not an issue to most people. Oh, I forgot to put the foam in. Should I put the foam in? I feel like we have to. I'm gonna do it. I feel like the bottom foam kind of makes sense in this case. It's just a small sheet of bottom foam. I do want to include it because there's no big weight on this board, so how do I put this? Does this go this way? I guess so. Oh, and I guess the ribbon cable would go like this. All right, all right. Again, this will be changed to Geon style press-in feet. So there'll be no need for all these adhesives, which is like a big, big W. Because once these adhesive feet go on, good luck getting them off. But there we go, feet plugged in. I got a lot of fingerprints on the bottom. I kind of don't mind the fingerprint look on this though. Kind of looks neat. All right. Let's flip this over. I'll show you guys a little side profile of this board quick. If it wants to focus. There we go. You can see the curve. Oh, whatever. You know what? You stupid camera. You can see the curve right there. Starts right there. And you can see the curve on the inside of this. Look how cool that is. Very, very interesting. Here is the front, which is kind of cool because it has a little bit of that, you know, bottom accent. It's not really a weight. I think it's still aluminum on the bottom. Just it's coated. Very neat. And then here is the back. Again, a little bit of a lip, which is, it's fun to look at. A little bit of a recessed USB-C cable too, which is nice. So it hides some of the nasty bits of the USB-C cable sometimes. All right, though, what are we using for keycaps is the real question. Do you guys still want SA or can we use GMK? I don't even know how this is going to sound like. Actually, it might even not even sound bad, bro. I don't even know. Yes, it's inspired by the Model M. Oh, this does look nice like this, though. This is so interesting. Oh, this looks great with this. Ooh. What do you guys think? It's not very weighty. It has some weight, but it's, I mean, this is not heavy at all, I'd say. Some weight to it. Interesting. I like it, but maybe a tad too big for my desk. That's fair, Candy. How you doing today, Candy? 9009 would fit really nicely. Wait, this looks kind of hot, man. This is really cool. Very, very cool. What a fun project. So again, the standout features here, you have an OLED button, like a literal button that activates the solenoid. So you can go from, it does have a curved PCB plate combo, which is the first I've seen to date, like on my channel at the very least. So you can see it here. It was very interesting to install. Good use of flex cuts. One negative thing, it did have a lot of Phillips screws on the inside. Would like to see those swapped out. Not a huge Phillips screw guy. The PVD on the bottom is not like the best PVD I've ever seen. I understand that different size PVD can be different quality, but just to let you guys know, it's not the absolute best. This is the $470 version. I personally don't care for PVD stuff too much myself. I would probably just go with the standard aluminum version, like the non-PVD coated one. Because you can even see some machining marks on the inside of the word Model OLED. Like right there as the light hits it. A copper bottom would be insane for this. I don't even know the price point of that. But other than that, very cool keyboard. I'd say like very innovative in a lot of ways too. I like all the features that went into this. This is super cool. Let's see how it sounds. Wait. Let's see how it sounds. I think that's pretty good. No, the solenoid, I don't even know how to describe it. It's just like a thing that hits the side of something. All right, let's see how it actually sounds now without the solenoid on. Actually not bad. These are HMX Swift switches. The spacebar is loud. Okay, yeah, I think the spacebar, switch choice in the spacebar is so aggressive. God damn. Barry did say to try it and flipped. Oh, it's way more comfortable and flipped in this case. All right, let me try a different switch though. This is a very loud switch choice. I'm gonna try a cherry switch. I think a Nixie sounds real good today. I think we're gonna go with the Nixie today. Oh, this one has a bent pin. Let me fix that. Oh shit, this is really bent. I'm not gonna use this particular Nixie, but I'll grab another one. We knew it. Hey, did we? That's way different. Hold on. Let's switch it back. It feels weird doing this. Actually, I don't like the Nixie here. I like the HMX switch better. I think the Nixie is too sharp for this. Yeah, it's like too sharp and kind of dull. All right, let's switch back. Maybe we can try one of the macchiato switches because those should be a little bit less aggressive, I'd say. Just a bit. Let's try a macchiato switch. Clear tops are quieter than the regular blacks. Yes, they are a bit quieter than standard MX black switches. Yeah, actually I like this more. The macchiato switch. Yeah, this is nice. I like the macchiato switch in this. The Swift switch was too loud. I need to tune up the stab a little bit. What's the link for? The link for this, here, do I still have it? Here we go. That's the IC, and then the Discord link in the Model OLED build command is the Play Keyboards Discord. This is nice. I like this. Sounds good. The typing feels nice. I don't feel like any interference between any of the caps at all. Like I just don't so far, but can you still hear the space over the solenoid? Yeah, you still can. I like the, again, I think this is overall a cool keyboard. Very fun. Very, very fun. I need to tune the spacebar a little bit, which actually I should do right now. Let me do it right this moment. How does it feel to type on? It feels great. I don't really have any complaints with this. There's nothing I would change typing experience-wise. It's a decent top mount experience, I'd say. Actually, it's kind of comfortable. The more you type, like the more I kind of like vibe with this, the more this like little ergonomic curve is quite nice. I'm into this. Very cool project, Barry. Very cool project. I like it. Board has a nice woody quality to it acoustically. Yeah, I would say the acoustics on this are quite pleasant as well. I came in this truthfully. I think I was even talking to Geoff before stream. I was like, man, I don't know if this board acoustically is going to be my thing, but visually it's my thing. And I'm very, very pleasantly surprised with the acoustics. Very, very pleasantly surprised. I can definitely, you don't even have to ask me, I'll test the solenoid. This is the solenoid is what I like to call work mode. So you go into an office, you turn this button on, it lets everyone know you mean business. Wait, why did it stop? The solenoid stopped. Barry, what happened? Solenoid numpad, you broke it? I don't know what happened. Got fired, worked too hard, rip solenoid. Let me see. Did it somehow turn off? Oh, no, it's not turning back on. Keyboard's working though. Barry, what happened? Did we jam it up? Well, that's a problem. Barry, might have to look at this one here. Unplug and replug it? I just did. Rip work mode, bro. No. Well, this is why we do these prototype builds. No, it's not working. This is why we do these. I'll make a note of it. The solenoid was on a free trial. Post-noid clarity. Oh my gosh. The banana spacebar irks me. Oh, my spacebar is a little bit warped. Just ever so slightly. Don't stress about it though. Don't worry about it. It's a little bit warped. I don't know. This happened for the first time. I will go back in afterwards, Barry, and I'll see if it's something to do with the connection on it or something, but yeah, the keyboard's working fine. Unfortunately, we have no solenoid being active. All right, though, guys, that's pretty much the stream. To sum it up, we used HMX Swift switches on an aluminum plate today. I like the Swift switches. They sounded nice, but I did prefer them. I think macchiatos and cheese are still my favorite for all the HMX stuff. This is from Play Keyboards. It does cost about $4.50 to start. It is, I'd say it's nice. It's called the Model OLED. It's supposed to have a solenoid. For whatever reason, does not work right now. It was working for all of 4 minutes. Has a curved PCB, which does look and sound really cool. Or not sound rather, but feel very nicely. I would say the only issue with this board, like I said, the PVDing and also the Phillips head screws. Other than that, very cool project. Very, 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 very fun project, dude. Macchiato and cheese. Does that sound like a nice combo? Very, very fun project. I think I actually might use this board for a bit. I really like the way it sounds. It's like a nice, deep, deep sounding keyboard. Bye, everybody. Love you, and thanks for being here, guys. Bye-bye.